What would you do with an extra $400 in your pocket? I know what I'd do. I'd probably put it towards marketing and promotion, getting some new book covers, paying for an editor to take care of future book projects, or even ordering over 100 tacos and eating them all myself in one sitting. All joking aside, how was I able to save that much money in such a little time, in less than a year? Let me take you back to October the 3rd, 2019. I interviewed a good friend of mine, Michael Aron, the host of Author Level Up here on YouTube, and also the US ambassador for a company called the Alliance of Independent Authors. Now, before we jump into everything, I want to give you full disclosure, all right? I am an affiliate for the Alliance of Independent Authors. So that means that if you pick up a membership through there, I do get a financial kickback, but that doesn't change my opinion and the fact that I did save a significant amount of money, and that's putting the affiliate earnings to the side. This is all in itself. But first, what is the Alliance of Independent Authors, otherwise known as ALLI? It's going to be easier for me to say that throughout this video rather than saying the full sentence that they have for their name. In their words, the Alliance of Independent Authors is a professional business membership organization for self-publishing authors. A nonprofit, we provide trusted advice, supportive guidance, and a range of resources within a welcoming community of authors and advisors. So essentially, they're a nonprofit organization who is run by indie authors for indie authors. They have your best interests at heart. But the real question is, and I'm sure you're probably saying this, what's in it for me? Now, not me, but probably you. So let's go through some of the bullet points and some of the highlights, some of the features, and we're gonna really hang our hat on one area in specific. So some of the things they have is the advisory team. You know, you're gonna get all your questions answered. You get free author advice guides, which they have dozens of these that are just really rich with resources. Amazing, by the way. Private moderated members forum, discounts for vetted author services. Now we're going to put a pin into this one because this is how I was able to save all that money. Affiliate earnings program, approved services directory, online advice conference, daily blog, twice weekly podcast, which by the way, so worth it. Take your time to listen to it because they drop a lot of serious 411 there. An associate member website badge. Now there's additional perks based on the level that you come in on, and we'll talk a little bit more about some of those features as we go forward and talk about the costs. I'm not gonna go exhaustively into every last little feature. I just wanted to kind of show the ones that are across all the tiers. And the thing I wanted to focus on, which this video is about, is just that member-specific discount that you will get. In fact, actually, there's a number of discounts that you can use. So let's take a look first of all at the cost. What you gotta bear in mind is Ally is kind of like Costco for independent authors. When you really need to, you're gonna pay for a membership and then you're allowed to have access to premium discounts to specific services, and in some instances get some free things in the process. So they have a 3-tiered system, and it starts out at the very basic, a level that's called associate, and that runs about $89 per year. Now this is for someone who is the aspiring author, hasn't published anything, but is planning to publish something. So at about $89 per year, really, really good. If you're just getting into the business, I highly recommend it because there's going to be so much resources for you. And of course, this discount that I'm going to get to here in just a second. The very next level is the author level, and that's about $119 per year. And this is for an established author. If you've published at least one or more publications, anything that's upwards of 50,000 words or more, if you're doing children's books, this is probably for you if you've already published something. Now, the next step up is called the authorpreneur. There's a bit more of a price increase there at about $149 per year, but there's a little bit of an asterisk there because it's for well-established authors who have had at least 50,000 book sales over the course of the past 2 years, which is a significant chunk. Really, so a lot of people are going to probably fall into the author tier. So I save $400 by being a member with Ally, but how did that work? So here's I'm gonna break it down on the investment and then the return on the investment. So right away, I'm gonna tell you that I am in the author tier. So essentially, I pay $119 per year to be an author on Ally. So the discount that they have, and this is the part that I really love, is that if you're an Ally member, you'll get all upload fees and update fees waived on IngramSpark. Now, if you're not familiar with IngramSpark, great print-on-demand distributor. They have a wide reach, in fact, owned by Ingram Content Group, who also runs Lightning Source, who also, oddly enough, runs expanded distribution through Kindle Direct Publishing. So if you really want to skip expanded distribution and get more of your money, you can go directly to IngramSpark, which is what I do. So since September of 2020, I've published over 5 books. The IngramSpark upload cost is $49, and if you want to update a manuscript, that's an additional $25. You can see how that would chip away at your budget after a while, but being an Ally member, bye-bye. You don't need to worry about that. You could just get it waived. Simply uploading 5 different books to IngramSpark and using Ally to waive those fees, I was able to save $245. But as some of you know, it's not all rainbows, unicorns, and sunshine and butterflies, because you're going to need to update your manuscript in some capacity. You might see a typo, or maybe you forgot to put something inside your manuscript. Either way, you're going to end up updating it. Now remember, it's $25 to update your manuscript on IngramSpark, not with Ally. Now, I roughly updated those 5 books at least once on each one of them, and I know one of the other ones I did a couple times, so it was about 7 updates altogether. So the grand total cost for the update fees would have been $175. So the total expenses between the upload fees and the update fees would come together at $420. Now you're probably saying,
Well, that's all well and good, Dale, but you had to spend $119 right out the gate.
okay, I'll give that to you. $420, subtract $119, drum roll please, that's $301 in savings. So that's not too bad. Not to mention, it hasn't even been a full year. I'm going to be ended up publishing more books over onto IngramSpark, saving even more money in the meantime. And of course, there's other discounts that are related to this. It's not just IngramSpark, but even if you were just to look at it from a perspective of, oh, I plan on publishing to IngramSpark, then this is definitely the investment for you. Because if you just upload 2 books or do 1 book and update it 4 times, then you've just pretty much paid for your membership. Visit dalelinks.com/ally. Again, dalelinks.com/ally to get yourself set up with any of those 3 tiers. Hey, you want to know how I wasted a ton of money, in fact, thousands of dollars? It looks like I'm starting to make up the difference, but back in the day, I wasted a ton. Go over to this video right here where I talk a little bit more in depth about how I wasted thousands of dollars in self-publishing. And in this very next video right here, YouTube recommends you go check it out. I'll see you in either one.